לבשל איזה 2-3 לרונלדו.
לאן אתם הולכים?
לאן אתם הולכים?
הולכים לטילטד, יא מפגר.
קיצר מוטי, אתה רואה שכאילו הוא הולך כזה מול השעה, כאילו רונלדו מצד ימין שלו, הוא לא מוצא, הוא ניסה לבעוט.
כן, זה דפוק.
רק מחמיץ. יואו, כמה החמצות היו לו אתמול. פשוט אפס. מוטי, נוח, מה קרה?
אין עונה, עכשיו אני נוח.
אוקיי, גם... אוקיי, גם מברונה.
מוטי, אני קפצתי איתך ימני ועכשיו אתה רץ, יא בלה.
מה רץ? הייתי דפוק, אני גם נגד, מה אתה אני אעשה?
מוטי, הם לא הורגים אותך?
לא אופק, הוא התחבאתי פה.
אני בא.
אני לא מאמין, מוטי.
אני גם שולגן.
מה אתה רוצה ממני, אחי? מה אתה רוצה? שאני אגיד להם בואו תהרגו אותי?
כן, מה? היית אומר להם בואו תהרגו אותי. נו, תיקח לי את השולגן. יאללה, אני בא.
נו, מהר אופק.
אני רץ. שיט, אחי, יש אנשים פה. וואי, כמה אנשים. אחי, אני לא יודע איך אני אלך.
אופק, תראה את הקומה, אני.
אחי, יש עליו פה אנשים, חכה, יש עליו פה אנשים.
בוא אליי, אופק, אני לא רואה אף אחד, יאללה, בוא. תפס, אופק. מדרגות אליי, תביא מדרגות. אני פה, אתה הולך, אני פה.
לא, מה?
איזה אוטיסט.
איפה אתה מוטי? הוא קורא את קומה למעלה?
מוטי, תפסיק לזוז.
צריך הרבה להביא לי? אבל תביא לי, לא משנה.
כן, יש לי שוטגן, תסתכל קצת שמאל שלך שאף אחד לא בא. קצת שמאל שלי.
אופק, אתה שם את המטה, לך משם.
קח.
חיים, יש לך להביא לי?
לא.
קח את זה.
יש לך?
קח את זה גם שם.
כמה אנשים יש פה,
אבויות מוטי.
וואי, תסתכל, הם פה כולם, אני שובר פה את העלו.
אופק, שמתי את זה בלייב שלי, ראיתי את זה בלייב.
שווה.
אני בלייב, אני רואה את זה.
הוא הרג מישהו ועשה לו את הלוזר. בום, נתתי בו שוטגן. מת.
אבל איזה היה מצחיק. לך תראה אבל את הלוט של אופק.
אין, לא היה לו לוט, לא ראית?
למה אתם בונים בייס? אתם צריכים לוט, לא?
וואי, היה לו סקאר. זה לא סקאר, זה גרנייד לאנצ'ר.
זה היה שלי.
וואי, יש פה מלא אנשים. וואי, אני לא מאמין לך, נפלתי. בוא למטה, יש פה מלא אנשים.
נוק.
נוק, אני הולך להרוג אותו.
יש. קיל. היה בקיל.
חיים גייז.
לא, אתה לא?
הוא פה מתחבא פה, בוא תהרגו אותו. יש מלכודת, אל תיכנס אופק מלכודת.
וואו, המלכודת כבר עבדה, אחי.
אני שומע פה, מוטי תסתכל אם באים, אני שומע אותם.
בא בן אדם.
שברת?
הייתי ב-0.8 אז כבר לא יצאתי. אבל אופק לוקח אותו, אני מאמין.
איפה הוא?
דהר מהמלכודת.
וואי, זה טוב הוא.
תלשו, לא?
הוא פה.
לא מאמין לך, הוא בא מהצד. אחי, אני לא מבין אפילו איך הוא ראה אותי. כמה? הוא על 100, מה זה? לא תראו אותו גם עוד 100 שנה. טוב, אני אעשה רדי ואני שנייה חשתים. זה מצחיק היה, אחי. הוא עשה לו לוזר, אני בום, שם בו פאמפ. מת.
ראיתי את זה, זה היה בלייב שלי.
עשיתי רדי.
מוטי תעשה רדי.
מה קרה שלשו? תתקשר יותר, מחר נשמרת. אין לי מצחק.
איך we jump. תלפד. מה, אתה דפוק? הפואזונה. איך, היה לך כיף במשחק רון?
רון היית פועל?
וואי, נשמע שרון שעבר עוד יובל. הוא פתח את הקבוצה המחבואים.
רון, אני עדיין חייב לך חצי שקל, אחי.
אין אחי, אתה חייב לי חצי בורקס אחי.
מי אתה דפוק? אם כבר אתה חייב לי, אחי, הייתי חייב לך 40. איפה סקאר? תודה רבה, אחי. וואלה, אהבתי. אגוד לך כיף לך סקאר, אני בא אליך. נו, אין לי בנייה. מוטי, אין לי בנייה, אני לא יכול...
אני לא יכול לראות אותו. כל פעם אני מת. כל פעם אני מת בגלל הדבר המפגר הזה, די. הנה זה מופק.
פגעתי בו פעם אחת, אין לו חיים, אתה אומר, פעמיים.
זה אין לו חיים.
זה לא אני, זה לא אני רקתי. זה כן אני, מה? בוא גבר, בוא תביא את הסקאר, בוא תביא לי את הסקאר, מותק.
זה ואתה. אופק, לא בא קונג, לא השארתי לו חיים.
כן, הכל... איך אני רואה צולפים בי? תוציא את הראש, יא זבל. איך הם באו? מאיפה הם באו? אני נתתי בו, אחי, למה הם
הורגים
שתיים?
אותך אופק?
כן, בוא לפה. לא, הם לא רוצים. בוא לפה. למה אי אפשר להיכנס? בוא מהר, תיתן סתם פייק שוט.
גם אנשים.
לא לרצוח, אני מבקש.
יורים בי, בואי.
שתיים עליי!
אחי, בהתחלה ראיתי שהוא אחד, אמרתי נקפוץ אליו.
אני יורד בגרייסי, די, נמאס לי.
יאללה, בוא גרייסי.
אני אין לי כוח, אני לא יודעת לראות איזה סרט או משהו טוב.
די, אתה והווינקלן שלכם.
אז אני... רגע, אל תתחילו, אני אומר לאופק הזה לעשות ג'וין. אני עושה, רגע.
אני עובר לפיפה נראה לי.
בוא תביא כסף.
אופק, אתה יכול למסיבה בשבוע הבא?
יכול להיות, אחי. איפה זה? אני לא יודע מה אתה מדבר.
בבית של בן גבע, בבית חשמונאי.
מי אחי הדפוק, יא סתום?
מי
זה לא מסיבה שכנענות, אחי, כאילו משהו כזה. פשוט
לא,
ביאס
בכללי,
אצלו.
אחי, מי איך נמס?
אחי, כמעט כל השכבה באה.
לא, השכבה הבאה. זה מי הולך.
מה יש לי השכבה?
אמרת?
כן.
גם מהכיתה שלך הולכים, אופק.
נשבע שאף אחד לא יודע על זה.
נשבע שאופיר מהכיתה שלך הולך, שילה הולכת. גם אופיר הולך, גם אילן הולך, נשבע לך.
מה אתה עושה את השכל? אין לו לדבר על זה גם.
נשבע לך בסבתא שלי שהם בהם.
הוא גם כתב אופיר שואל מי אוקוזיות.
מי שואל?
אילן כתב בקבוצה, אופיר שואל מי אוקוזיות.
אופיר.
רוצים פלזנט?
לא, גרייסי, בא לי לדחות עכשיו. סתם בשביל הכיף. יאללה, נראה לי... אוי, עומר, אתה הולך לזה דרך הפיפה?
כן.
מוטי, בוא לפיפה, עזוב אותך. אני רוצה לראות סרט טוב.
אני לא אהיה סרט טוב, אבל זה טוב.
אילן אומר שיש לו נטפליקס, אוהב מוטי? אז אני בפרטנר שלו, הוא עבר לפרטנר, ויש לו שם נטפליקס, ואז הוא אומר, יש לי גם הנטפליקס מחובר לטלפון. אז הוא אומר, תן סרטים, תסתכל איך יש פה הכל. אחי, אני נותן לו, זה הבן שלי. לא, אין סרט כזה. נותן לו מהיר ועצבני, יש רק מהיר ועצבני 7. אין כלום, כאילו.
למה נחת איתי בבית,
אין סרטים בכלל. אז אמרתי לו, תגיד, מה אתה דפוק? מה זה לא... איך? אין פה כלום. ואז הוא אומר, לא יודע, כנראה זה מה שיש. תראה, נשמע הגיוני?
יכול לזוז!
אין כבר סרטים, אני למה זה אחי. אבל דט ניסן...
איזה מטומטם יש לנו בקבוצה.
מה שהייתי אצלך בפארטי, היה את זה ואז הורידו את זה.
את מה הורידו?
בסדר.
הורידו זה הבן שלי?
כן. היה את זה ולא מוזר.
למה הורידו את זה מניאק בן מניאק?
כי זה סרט גרוע.
או, לא היה אף אחד במטייל, לא מאמין לך.
שמע,
היה שם דאנספד למעלה, אני לא מבין למה...
היי, יורים עליי.
בוא נשבע, ראיתי את מייל, איזה סרט יפה זה.
מה? מאחוריי. הנה, מפגר, הוא בא להציל אותי, יורים עליו, איזה מטומטם.
הרגתי אחד. הרגתי שתיים. נו, זה אופק
אני פה, אני הורג אותו.
המטומטם הזה הורג אותו עם גרזן.
תבנה לי!
אופק.
וואו, אחי, זה לא בנה לי בהתחלה.
המטומטם הזה הרג אותנו.
איפה בן אדם? לא הבנתי. הוא מציל. מה הוא מציל?
הוא מטומטם.
מטומטם?
הייתי 0.5 עד שהוא מציל אותי והמטומטם הזה ממשיך. איזה מטומטם. בחיים לא שיחקתי עם מטומטם כזה.
אני בפיפה.
אופק, אתה לא רוצה דו? אופק, יצאתי מהזה שלהם, מהפארטי. אתה בא דו?
וואלה, אנחנו בסקואד, רון, למה יצאת מהם?
חשבתי שאתה זה, לא יודע, רציתי דו.
תכף אני אגיד לך שנייה. וואלה...
רגע, טוב, תשחק איתם?
כמה משחקים אני אבוא, אחי.
סבבה, יאללה ביי. Girl, you're making it hard for me. Ooh.
I'm doing some crazy
Y'all keep
shit.
saying the reason Sally isn't gonna get kidnapped, isn't gonna die out there, is because I'm protecting her.
365 days.
I'm doing some crazy shit. I'm going to favelas. I'm gonna lick some Brazilian booty. I'm doing some crazy shit. Y'all should thank me because the reason Natalie isn't gonna get kidnapped, isn't gonna die out there, is because I'm protecting her.
365 days.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. First off, Vitaly, I knew by me coming out with a video like I did yesterday, you were gonna come out off the rails with just a bunch of different accusations. I was prepared for it, and I wasn't even surprised at how much stuff you started making up. Right off the bat, before I even get into the purpose of this video, you literally, out of your mouth, said, I got my steroid dealer's number from you. You must have steroids all your life. You gave me your dealer's number. I called him because I don't like to just chat shit. I sat on the information I've had on you for years because I actually know that what I say has an impact and can affect somebody. So I called him just to make sure that I wasn't crazy, and this is what he said. So, remember Vitaly? Remember how, I met you, like he introduced me to you, like I got your information from him? So he came out, right? And he was like, how are you gonna call me on steroids when I got my dealer's number from you, but I got your number from him? And then you said, so what? I fake pranks? I already admitted it. So Fusito just tried to expose me. Okay, yeah, I fake pranks. Everybody knows that. I already admitted it. But in the video where you called me out of nowhere, when me and you were friends and saw each other in the gym a week before, this is what you said. You had guts to say that 99% pranks are fake. Yeah, because 1% real is me. And then you talk about me talking about wanting to shoot myself because of my depression. You literally wanted to kill yourself because you were depressed. I'm not even going to get into that because I know your responses to everything that I'm going to say in an eloquent manner are going to put you down, and anything you say, you're going to just put yourself down even deeper. So I'm just going to talk about the points that I am here to talk about and keep that childish stuff out of it. And I love how in the first video that I posted about you, I said, I'm going to call you out in a boxing match. But you were so filled with anger and raged up that the first thing you say on Twitter is, screw the boxing match, screw the padding. I'm going to come meet you in person and I want to fight you bare knuckles. Bruh, I'm a 28-year-old male who runs a successful business, who lives with his family. I'm not about that stuff. I've never been arrested. I know you've been arrested over 12 times here in the States. I've never been arrested. I wouldn't just do that. I'm not a delinquent. I don't do the stuff that you do. We are not in the same realm of people, okay? I pride myself in who I am and the person that I am. And you wanted to bring up my addiction as if you can put me down with that. Well, let me tell you, Vitaly, I do have an addiction. But you know what I've also done? I've gone to rehab for it. I've learned about it. I've understood myself. I've apologized to people I've hurt in my past. And that is my business and nobody else's. I'm not doing this out of hate. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this out of anger. I'm doing this because you right now feel like I'm coming at you. You came at me for years, bro. You posted videos about me violating me, thinking that it would make you feel better about yourself because you've always been hurt. You talked about how my streamies win means nothing.
The winner is Fusito. Yusuf Erica.
Bro, I won the 2 biggest award at the streamies 2 years in a row. You know what you did at the streamies?
What's up, guys?
Nobody expected to see me here. But what about my song, Vic? Huh? Oh, you think I'm kidding? Oh, yeah. Badge. Do you even host? Where are you? Garbage. Love you, bro.
I feel like Taylor Swift.
You ran the stage. You weren't even invited to the event. Pulled your pants down and embarrassed yourself, bro. You were begging to be a part of that. You were hurt that you weren't a part of that. And you joke around about your Bang Bus performance now? Bro, do you not remember that when I was friends with you at the time, you were getting exposed for your sex tape? When me and you were in your apartment, you your ego was shattered. Right now, your steroids make you feel like you're strong and big inside, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a bitch on the inside. I'm able to say that as a man, not someone who's like, oh, come fight me in person. Nah, I'm telling you, at the end of this call out, I want to box you in the ring professionally. You're scared to because you know you'll fail the drug test, but I'm going to give you a way out of that on Sunday. I don't need to fight you on the streets. I don't need to be vile or anything. We don't even have to be on KSI's undercard. I'll set up my own event wherever you want, whenever you want. We can set up something, a professional boxing match. You're going to try to get out of it because of your steroids, but again, we'll get to that on Sunday. Today I was going to talk about your fake pranks, but I think there's something much bigger that I need to just get out there and talk about. My trip with you to Brazil. Now, for those of you who don't know, I met Vitaly in 2014. I was small on YouTube at the time, and I met somebody who was big at YouTube at the time, and obviously it was a big moment for me, and we were actually good friends leading up to the trip to Brazil. We hung out, we shopped together, and I told everybody around me, like, wow, he's actually a really nice guy. He's not like he is on YouTube. I was genuinely happy to be your friend, and genuinely happy to be going to my first ever World Cup, especially going out of the country. Now, what you had to say about me in the trip countless times is this.
You sat in your room jerking off. I asked you why, because you said it's too dangerous.
But Vitaly, what you don't understand is I wasn't scared to be in Brazil. I wasn't nervous to be in Brazil. I was scared and nervous to be around somebody like you. Bro, you are uncontrollable.
So we here day 2 in Brazil with this guy. He's mad at me because last night I got our... You can tell my subscribers. You can tell my viewers. No, not the story. Just that what happened last night.
Vitaly got a little crazy, but he woke up today, he knew what he did, and he said, I apologize, and it's all good. There are countless stories from all of your friends that you knew, who, by the way, when you were at your peak on YouTube, I was the friend who never asked to collab with you, never did a main channel video with you, and told you, Vitaly, be careful, because if you didn't have your views, none of these people would be friends with you. And look what happened. Throughout the years, people stopped speaking with you. They stopped caring because they never gave a shit about you. They knew you were a very toxic person to be around, but they put up with you because being around you made their numbers go up. I was never trying to do that. I was genuinely trying to be your friend. And it's funny how after all that time, instead of calling out this person or that person, the first person you ever chose to call out of nowhere last year when you were on drugs was me. Your drugs were coming out of your teeth, bro. It was hard to watch my friend talk about me out of nowhere, unwarranted. Anyways, this is a very serious matter, and this matter is so serious to me, even after this, and me going to rehab, and me going to my therapist and therapy, I made a video on PC2 called The Public Rape Experiment. At the end of that video, when the heroes went into the bathroom stall to save whoever it was getting assaulted, I had a mirror, and on the wall I wrote, this is what a rapist could look like. People butchered me for that because they said the people who barged in were heroes. What they were not understanding is I was saying a rapist can look like me, can look like you, can look like the doctor you go to, can look like anybody. They're not a scary person with a beard. They could be anybody. And you taught me that in Brazil. And it terrified me and shattered my life forever. So once and for all, Vitaly, here's what happened in Brazil. Was so excited to go with you. Packed our bags, paid a lot of money for these tickets. Me, myself, booked our apartment, with my credit card. I say that because it matters later on in the story. So we arrived to Brazil for our first day. I'm not gonna lie, I had culture shock. I was nervous. I was out of the country. I was out of my comfort zone. It was gonna take me at least a day to acclimate to my surroundings. But you see, being around you, I didn't have time to acclimate. Because as soon as we got to Brazil and we started going out, you got black out, belligerent, drunk. It was no way to contain you. I was nervous about what you would do and what you would say to people. I was uncomfortable around you, and this was my first ever experience being around you where you were like that. Because every time I hung out with you prior, no alcohol was involved, no drugs were involved, everything was clean. You always talk about how, and I love how you mentioned this in your video, that I was scared and I stayed in the hotel room or our apartment while you went out and partied with girls. You make it sound like you lived this lavish lifestyle, that you went out and you actually pulled girls. Bruh, that's not what happened, Vitaly. Here's what happened. At that time, as you're doing now on your channel, you were recording for Vitaly Uncensored. You said you were gonna release XXX footage that people had to pay for, and it was gonna be never seen before, so you were excited for it. That's an important part of the story. Our first night in Brazil rolls around. Our first night. And you know what? You did say you were going out, and I called it early. I went into my room to edit my vlog and be responsible and FaceTime the girl who I was speaking to at the time. I was in a committed relationship at that time, and it was a long distance. So I was talking to her while in my hotel room. I'll never, ever, ever forget what happened next. And before I say this, I want to say I'm just as big and a part of the problem here. I am an enabler in this situation. I let this happen for so long. Now, a lot of people are going to say, why didn't you come forward with this? Why didn't you do anything? I already know I'm in the wrong, but I'm going to try to explain. Now, if this was a girl that lived in the States who I knew didn't want to speak up, I would have been there for her. I would have talked to her. I would have tried to help her. I would have gone to the authorities. But here's why I couldn't do that. We were in Brazil on our first night. I'm editing. I'm talking to the girl. All of a sudden, at the door, in the middle of the night, bang, 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 bang. I remember this vividly. I go, I open the door. You are blacked out drunk, don't even know where you are. You walk past me and you're grabbing a prostitute's hand on her wrist, and you're laughing, and you take her into the room. You lock the door, and I went into my room and let you do your business. That's funny because you tried to expose me about whatever you were saying on Twitter, yet you brought a prostitute home your first day. And what happened next, I have never ever forgotten. And I've told many friends and people I've gotten close to because it actually affected me as a person. Call me a bitch, call me a pussy, because you said a lot of that during this incident, but here's what happened. Under 10 minutes of her being in your room, all of a sudden at my door, knocking, screaming, crying. I open the door. This poor woman barges into my room, holding her clothes, covering herself, and trying to speak to me in English, saying, he's hurting me. He's hurting me. Holding her wrist where there were marks from how tight you were holding her. Next thing I know, Vitaly, butt-ass naked, with a condom hanging off of himself, turns the corner, comes to me, spit flying out of his mouth, saying, this bitch won't let me put it in her ass. She's a bitch. She's a whore. Give me my money back. This bitch won't let me beat her. You screamed that in my face. I was shaking. I turn around, she's crying, saying, help me. Help me. As I turn around to you, you're recording it for your uncensored Vitaly, and you're screaming, ha ha ha, this bitch won't let me. You're saying foul thing. I go up to you to try to calm you down. You pushed me onto the bed. You pushed me onto the bed, and I flew onto the bed and just sat there in disbelief as to what was going on. I stood up, I went, I shut the door out on you, and I tried to calm her down. She wanted to go tell whoever was protecting her outside where we were. I calmed her down, and I did the only thing I could at that time. You paid her 300 and whatever the increments were in Brazil. I didn't know that it was different, so I went to my desk, pulled out $300 and gave it to her and said, I am so sorry. I apologize. She gave me a hug that I have never felt before. She gave me a hug out of fear, saying thank you, because she felt like I was protecting her from a monster. What do you do in that situation as I'm walking her out of the room, making sure you don't get to her while you're still naked with a condom hanging off? You look at me and you say, you're a bitch, you're a pussy, you must be gay, and that's why you don't like girls. You violated me in front of nobody but ourselves, and that's how you know it's low. I walk her outside, she gives me a hug again, she leaves. Now, Vitaly, I'm gonna tell you something I've never told you ever in my life. You go into your room later on after I went in there and you continue to cuss me out, saying on this and on that, I allowed you to say it. But the one thing you did was leave your camera on the table. I knew you were blacked out. I knew you were all over the place. I knew you weren't gonna remember this. So to protect you for whatever reason, knowing you were about to sabotage your whole life and your whole career by thinking what you were doing was gonna get you credibility from males thinking you were tough, I went on your camera and I deleted that footage. And you never, ever, ever knew. The next day, and I have the clip in my vlog, I talk about it, and this is what I say. What up, everybody? Welcome to day number 2 in Brazil. I'm currently here with... We just made up because last night he did some crazy stuff, but he apologized to me. You know, I thought that was as worse as it was gonna get. I thought, you know, we had a bad start. I was so nervous. I didn't know what was going on. But little did I know that was only the tip of the iceberg. The next night, what do I do again? I go home early out of fear of going out with you. I'm editing in my room just as I did the night before. And then I get a text from you. And it says, hide my laptop and all my belongings under your bed. I have 5 guy friends coming over, and I think it was 4 or 5 prostitutes. I'm not exactly sure. So I call my girl and I tell her, shit, babe, he's about to do it again. She tells me, just go in your room and lock the door. So I went in my room and locked the door. A couple of hours later, you come barging into the room with a bunch of friends and prostitutes. And for the next, I think it was 4 hours, you guys had an orgy. And I heard you guys switch from girl to girl, talk derogatory things to these girls. You talked about these women as if they were items, as if you owned them, as if they were supposed to do whatever you said. I'll never forget, because your room was right behind mine. You were sleeping with one of the girls, doing what you do, and there was one of your guy friends translating, and you asked him, make sure she likes it. Ask her if she likes it. Is she liking this? It was sickening. You guys went crazy for hours. And then there was my favorite part. You paid all the girls money to take an Instagram picture with you because you wanted everybody to think that you're this player who pulls. Little did they know that in this picture, it was prostitutes who you paid to be in the picture with you. And in case you need a reminder, here's the picture directly from your Instagram on the exact date of the story I'm talking about, dog. You took that picture, posted it thinking you were hot shit, and I forgot to mention, during this whole time of the orgy, you guys are banging my door telling me, come join, you're missing out, come join. No, I'm not like that, I don't want to do that, no. And I didn't say a word, I pretended like I wasn't there. I didn't even say anything because yes, I was scared. Yes, I was uncomfortable. So I just sat there. And then, to top it all off, you misplaced your Rolex at the time and you thought it was one of the girls. So you guys went on a 40-minute search looking for this, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, finally, early in the morning, you guys leave to go out more and drink more. I open the room. There's alcohol all over the floors. There's condoms everywhere. The slider door to the bathroom was broken. I go into the living room. The sofa we had there was almost out the window. You guys went crazy. The main door to the house, broken. So I hit up my girl and I tell her everything that's going on and I tell her I want to leave. She says, get out of there. I know you remember this. I packed all of my stuff up. All of it. I don't even know what time it was. I go out in the middle of Brazil. She books me a hotel very far away and I get in the cab and I tell him to drive me to this hotel. Now you're not going to care about this part. You never concerned yourself about this part. But when I was in that taxi, he didn't understand much English. He didn't know where he was taking me. He drove for over an hour. I looked at my map before my phone died. We were at the edge of the map and I had no idea where I was and I was terrified. He stops in the middle of a road. I see a coyote up there and a police station behind me. He gets out the car, goes into the police station. He comes back in the car, my heart is pounding, and he says, get out. I said, what do you mean get out? I'm in the middle of nowhere. We weren't able to communicate with each other. He tells me to get out. I pulled out $600 and said, airport. Please, airport. We take another 2-hour drive to the airport. I didn't know what I was doing or what flight I was gonna book. Asking myself if I should book a flight home. Asking them if there are any flights available. So I sit in the lounge and I charge my phone. As soon as my phone charges up, I get a call from you. I think that when I answer this, you're gonna say, I'm so sorry. That was inexcusable of me to act like that. I apologize. What I did was wrong. Come back. Let's talk about this. I said, hello, because it's the only way you know how to communicate. You say, not in these exact words, you're a bitch, you're gay, you're a pussy, you're a faggot, you don't like anybody. I'm gonna tell everybody not to fuck with you. I'm gonna tell, I don't wanna say the YouTubers' names, but there were YouTubers we were friends with at the time. I'm gonna tell all of them never to collab with you. People are gonna think you're a piece of shit for leaving me alone in Brazil. So here I was, a small YouTuber with you, and you're threatening me and blackmailing me. And before my career even takes off, I knew that if I got on that plane and went home, you were gonna tell everybody that I left you alone, and I wasn't gonna have the guts to say everything that you did, and my career would be over. So I made the stupidest and and the hardest decision I ever made in my life. I went back to the hotel room, our apartment, and against all my self-esteem and my confidence for myself, I went back into the room with you. I put myself back in that toxic situation, and I told myself I'm just gonna make it to the end of the World Cup.
What's up, malacas malísimos? It's day 3 and day 4 in Riyadh. I don't even know what day of the week was it. I have maybe right now about 100 clips. I don't know none of them because most of the time I was wasted in them. But the rest of the trip, I'm gonna take it easy. Why are you smiling? Take it easy.
He says that every night.
I'm gonna take it easy because I want.
Show them the damages.
The what damages? No, it's disgusting, dude. There's a lot of damages in this apartment. I went to damage to here. 2 girls.
I stayed quiet. I did what I needed to do. I said what I needed to say. I didn't cause any problems. And until it was done, and I even recorded you running across the pitch at the World Cup, I stayed quiet and I went home. When I got home, I remember, was asking you for my money back. I wanted the $300 that I paid for her. Not because it was $300 but because it was the principle of me getting you out of that situation. And it was a hassle to get from you. And I'm pretty sure I still have the PayPal transaction of you sending me that. And to top it all off, after you had ruined my life back then, and this is before I went to rehab, and this is before I lost my weight, and this is before I knew who I was as a person, I remember I was working out in my gym, and you called me again, and we hadn't spoken since Brazil after you paid me, and you said, hey, I noticed my name is in all of the titles in your videos, and when people search my name, they find your videos. Can you take my name out of all your titles? We're friends and everything, but I just want my videos to come up. You were so scared of somebody else getting relevancy at the time, and that's why, in turn, you lost all your relevancy and all your views because of the greed. And I stayed quiet after that, Vitaly, even though I shouldn't have. And I know that's not the last time you did something like this. I know you better than a lot of people know you. I've heard a lot of your stories. There's a lot of your friends watching this right now nodding their heads saying he's exactly right. But nobody has ever had the balls to tell it to you like it is. Nobody has ever had the chance to expose you. Because what's sad about somebody like you, even with all this information, they still praise you for it. They still, Vitaly's a savage. I got a tweet yesterday that said, raping women is cool. Vitaly, you're the man. So the people that follow you are used to this kind of behavior, and I don't expect nothing differently, dog. This isn't about them. This isn't about me. This isn't about you. This is bigger than that. And this is putting the stop to a monster. I apologize to everybody for not coming, through with this sooner. I apologize for keeping it in. So nowadays, when they talk about why don't girls just come forward and say something like this, it's because here I am, a male, exposing one of my friends for what he did in Brazil, yet I promise you he'll still walk away from this. Yet I promise you he'll still get praised for this. Yet I promise you there will still be people who don't believe me. So why would a girl come clean if nobody's gonna believe her in the end? That's why it's important to speak up, and that's why it's important to stand up against this injustice and people like Vitaly. I waited years to say this, man. Years. And this isn't even the end of it. Tomorrow, just because you tried to say you're the 1% who doesn't fake pranks, I have a whole video on your fake pranks, every single one of them. And then the day after, I will prove that right now you are on steroids, even though you already admitted on Twitter, and I will call you out in the boxing match. Don't dodge this boxing match, Vitaly. Don't try to act all tough saying you want to bare knuckle me. You're not even a citizen of this country. You're gonna come up to me and punch me? You know how much more you're gonna get charged because you're punching somebody while on steroids? Don't mess your life up even more than it is, dog. Really don't do that. I'll see you tomorrow because I know you'll be back. Dos Vidania, little bitch. Before this video starts and you hear the greatest intro ever done on YouTube, I just want to let you know that there are 2 shirts that just dropped brand new on shoppussy.com. And I also want to let you know right now there's a 15% off code on everything on the site just by using code RAR. So click the link in the description or go to shoppussy.com and get yourself some of the best, and every YouTuber says it, hottest merch in the game.
365 days of Pussy Dog drops. I let it roll.
Good morning to the new and improved best family on YouTube. What up, everybody, and welcome back to your straight on the treadmill and run myself a mile before I head to the gym to continue training boxing. Let's get it. Woo. Light work. Light work. Hey. Hard work. Hard work. Woo. Let's get it, guys. Today's day one of my meal prepping. Day one of my official training. Not traveling till the end of the month, so hopefully I can make it every single day this month. Today we're gonna do something a little different with my vlogging style. We're gonna have my main man, Ahmed, behind the camera. Show yourself real quick. What's good, y'all? You already know A Breezy's back at it again, looking fresh. Okay, relax. Listen. You are not like the cameraman yet. So for those of you who don't know, on my live stream Twitch, Ahmed said he wanted to be my cameraman. But I got a call like it is. He has no experience behind the camera. That's true. All he knows how to work right now is a point and shoot. Cannot work a DSLR, doesn't understand lenses. That's not a bad thing. I say that to say, after this vlog, I want you guys to let me know if he gets a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Not on the actual video, because I want you guys to just thumbs up, but tweet me, message me, comment, and let me know if you want him to be a part of the team. Well, tell him I've been filming your last few videos with you too. I'm sitting on the couch talking. Bro, that's what people be saying though. They said I was holding it steady. That's what they said. Oh my God. Yeah. I ain't never paid you an annual salary to hold the camera steady. Man, you should stay hating on my Quicksilver shirt. Y'all know I'm fresh.
What's up, villains? Welcome to another vlog. I hope you guys doing great, fantastic, awesome. I'm doing absolutely fabulous. You know why I'm doing absolutely fabulous? Because I woke up. I've been doing this for 3 weeks today. Marks 3 weeks that I wake up on empty stomach and I run I do cardio for 40 minutes. I did Runyon. It's a hiking trail. I run it, and now I'm switching out with the Stairmaster for 20 minutes, and then after Stairmaster for 20 minutes, I do elliptical. Then I go eat my breakfast, and I go back to the gym. Like right now, it's later in the day because I had to edit yesterday's vlog, add some stuff to it. Right now, I'm headed to see Christian about my Italian Censor show. If you guys don't know what Italian Censor show, it's too good. I was not too good for YouTube. It's too uncensored for YouTube. And I'm headed there right now to pick it up to review final clips. And after that, I'm headed to the gym. Usually right now I should be doing community service hours. It's from 7 a.m. every day till 3:30. Let's go. Good. Dips. Let's go, dips. Let's go. 1, 2. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Push. Push it. That's how we grow. This is the third set, by the way, guys. That's how we grow. How many I got? Like 3 or 4? You got 5 more. 5? Yeah. My elbow's gonna pop. That's how we grow. Up. Up. Last one, last one. Give me 2 more. Tell some comments you actually like the vlog of me working out, so. Joey, this is Joey. Why don't you show us what we're doing right now? Alright guys, you're gonna burn me out, huh? We're gonna burn him out. We have a superset with dumbbells. We're gonna go 5 reps with 70-pound dumbbells. Incline, right? Exactly. We're gonna drop down into an incline push-up. 10 push-ups. How many sets? 30 seconds rest, 5 sets. Holy shit. I think my chest arrived in Miami already. It's full of heat, bro. Alright, next exercise, bro. We got decline press. We're going to superset with 15 decline crunches. Let's go. Feels good. Now I know why. Feel good? Oh, yeah. I hear Miami. Hello? Oh, yeah. The girls are calling me. It's the 305. I have the sexy six-pack in the world. 2, 3. Holy shit, this guy's no joke. Next exercise. What do you guys think? You think you can keep up? Actually, try it at home and leave me in the comments below how you guys did it. got flies.
Hey guys, what's up, Adumi Gang? I hope you're all having an amazing day because I'm having an amazing day. So if I'm having an amazing day, you all should be having an amazing, happy day. Today is gonna be a fun, lit day, Adumi Gang. I'm heading to the top of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building in the world. I already said world. Yeah, in the world. I'm heading there now. I'm supposed to meet everyone in the lobby at 1 p.m. And I believe it is 1:05 p.m. So I need to go down right now. So do me in. Before I go, make sure you guys subscribe and put your notifications on because I upload every single day and I haven't missed a day since 2016. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate every single one of you guys who give the vlogs a thumbs up. As you can see, I got no sleep at all. But yeah, I need to head out. See you. Do me gang, what up, man? We just got to the Burj Khalifa. We're about to go up here. I don't know why my camera is like this. It just looks dope having it like this. But look, well, this is crazy. We got Money Kick's car right there. Money Kicks, what's goody, man? How you doing, bro? What's up? My G, what's up? What's up, my G? How you doing, bro? Chillin'? Have you been to the top or not?
Nah, not yet.
Have you been to the top? Oh, yeah. He's already in the top, my G. And do me, gang, we just got to the top, man. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. This thing is scary. Hold up. I'm scared for my camera. Let's hold it. Ready? Set. Wow. Whoa. This is insane. The view is it. Oh, my God, mashallah. This is insane. Yo. I can't believe this, bro. I'm just standing next to it like it's normal. Like, it's normal, man. Bro, I'm shivering being near here. Like,
it's nuts.
What the hell? It's crazy, man.
So it's funky from a
yeah. Only had a Valentine, bro. Oh, no camera? Oh, sorry about that. They got the jacuzzi right here, man. Look at this. They got more stuff here. Wow. Look at the highways. I didn't want to step near this thing. Like, wow.
Usually do Game Stars intro, but this is literally the second day in a row that I've left a party early in order to get this video up. I really hope I get paid well. But today's first and only story is literally the craziest thing that's happened so far on YouTube in 2018. That's right, we're still on the FouseyTube versus Vitali ZD TV fight, and it is brutal. With FouseyTube yesterday keeping his promise of uploading a 3-day expose series on Vitali. Yesterday uploading a video titled, YouTuber Vitali Sexually Assaulted Women in Brazil. Now, aside from personal jabs and reiterating a few old points, Fousey tells their entire Brazil story where all of this allegedly happened. And to start it all off, he says this. Roll it.
I'll never, ever forget what happened next. And before I say this, I want to say I'm just as big and a part of the problem here. I am an enabler in this situation.
Thousands of people made their way to the BB&T Center in Sunrise to take part in this nationally televised town hall.
But one shooting survivor refused to be there. Our Janine Stanwood joins us live now from the BB&T Center to explain that for us tonight. Janine.
Calvin Lurie, you said it. He got dressed. His parents got dressed up. They were looking forward to come here to the BB&T Center. But then he says that after preparing his questions, he says that CNN gave him a scripted question, so he said no way. Other students, however, say that this was an opportunity for the public to know what they've been through.
It's scary. It was really scary.
Jack McLeod is a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High and was there when the shots were fired. He says the CNN town hall is another way for the public to see his generation's activism.
I have friends that have already, been at the White House, talked to Donald Trump. I have friends in Tallahassee, so I hope that this is the last time that anybody has to experience this, and everybody can feel our pain so that nobody has to experience it firsthand.
I expected to be able to ask my questions and give my opinion on my questions.
But Colton Hobb, a member of the junior ROTC who shielded classmates in the midst of terror, says he did not get to share his experience.
CNN had originally asked me to write a speech and questions, and it ended up being all scripted.
Colton wrote questions about school safety, suggested using veterans as armed school security guards, but claimed CNN wanted him to ask a scripted question instead, so he decided not to go.
I don't think that it's going to get anything accomplished. It's not going to ask the true questions that all the parents and teachers and students have.
And so you can see right now people are starting to leave the BB&T Center. It was a very serious, a very sober conversation, but just in some brief conversations that I've had with students who have come out, they feel like a lot of what was said today was just politics as usual. They say they didn't hear as much as they had wanted to. We're going to learn more from them and bring you that later on in the newscast, but at least this is the beginning of a conversation. Calvin Laurie, I'll send it back to you.
Janine, with such a huge crowd there, live, thank you.
But then he said,
So I still can't believe what I'm about to do. Like, why? Am I gonna be just home in bed like a normal person? Oh, but I'm not a normal person. Anyways, guys, real talk. It's not that good right now. We're doing this. So at the stadium, I gotta fit in with everybody else. So I gotta get a Cavaliers hat. Okay. Nice. And the jersey. Okay, so as some of you guys know me from the World Cup 2014 final game, I streaked it with natural born pranks written across the chest. So today, I'm deciding to do NBA Finals, Cavaliers versus Golden State. We're here in Cleveland right now. It's an hour before the game starts. I'm going disguised because I don't want to get caught. And this time, I'm writing Trump sucks across my chest and LeBron for president on my back. And my boy Tony here with a marker, he's about to help me out. Let's do this. Are you ready? This is going to be big. Okay, guys, you ready to see the final product? Trump sucks. And then LeBron for president. That's right. I'm super nervous. 45 minutes before the game starts, maybe 30. I don't know which quarter I'm going to run onto, but I'm going. I'm super excited. Can't wait. This is going to be awesome. As some of you guys know, LeBron James was the first person to videotape me running across the World Cup pitch in 2014. King James. Haha, we're going streaking. Everybody's doing it. Man, that was hilarious. He was the first person. That was July 13, 2014. So when I'm going to get ready to jump on the court, I'm going to place these glasses down in my pocket, take the hat off, and go. Fast, fast. Failure is not an option. I can't be going with the mind thinking I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm doing this. I flew here from Los Angeles this morning, last flight, got the ticket, front row. I'm doing this.
another day in paradise. Just got out the gym. So many updates. Tonight, like in a couple hours, I'm headed to Cleveland. My court is tomorrow morning, so I'm taking a red eye. I'll land in Cleveland at 7 in the morning. Then after I land, I'm gonna go meet up with my lawyer, and I don't know what the plea is. Kind of nervous, kind of excited. Another fan meetup outside of a courthouse, and I'm super excited, I would say. I know I'm probably not going to jail, so, but we'll see what kind of offer they're gonna give me, because Cleveland won, so I don't know if the judge is nice enough, he's gonna deal with the prosecutor, and then be like, you know what, just get out of here, because I don't live there, and usually if you don't live in the same state that you get arrested in, the punishment, I feel like, is not as harsh as the state you live in. So like community service hours, I don't think they're gonna make me do community service hours. That means I would have to fly back and do it. I don't know. But hope for the best, fingers crossed. And what else? So yeah, after Cleveland, since I'm already gonna be in Ohio, I'm gonna drive down or fly to Kentucky to collaborate with Tom Abe. And after Tom Abe, I'm headed to New York. So I'll probably be in New York on Saturday morning. Super excited. New York in the summer is the best. I have a few meetings there. All the villains are emailing me, asking me questions on Instagram and the comments on YouTube videos. Where can we get more villain hats? Where can we get more villain hats? I'm launching another campaign next week. It's going to be available for 10 days only, and then I'm taking it off. So I'll let you guys know. And also the winner for the Segway Mini Pros will be announced Sunday. Yo, so I just arrived to Cleveland. I skipped pretty much yesterday's vlog because I have to pack and do all this good stuff. But guess who's here? Your boy Avante. Come here, Avante. It's a little windy out there. What's up? So Avante is going to be my attorney here today. Right. Last time we had the ATM case and we won the trial. The prosecutors weren't really happy with us. But here, what do you think about this case? We're talking about Cleveland, me streaking the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I think the prosecutor will take it easy on you, and hopefully we'll get you out with no jail time. That's all I want, no jail time.
No jail time. That's all I want. I hope that's it, yeah. So he flew out from San Francisco just here. He's like, I gotta be here. So I had to fly him out, and now he's here, and we're about to go to court. I don't know what to expect. There's fans, no fans, and it's hot. It's balls. Super hot. Super hot. I remember that spot. That's where I got out of jail after 15 hours. And now I'm back here. You gave me an option to stay here and then go to court after a couple days, but I was like, I gotta get out of here. Yo, I'm digging this. Vitaly for president, Trump still sucks. I hope it's gonna help me win. What's up, guys? Yo, how are you? Thanks for coming out. How do you guys feel? You're the champions now, huh? Yeah, we're the champs. So I just walked out of the courthouse. Did this really just happen? That's it?
It totally just happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I know why I have to fly him out every time I have a court case.
Right, I'm worth it.
So what did you get me?
I got him out of everything, so no probation, no jail time, no community service, just a small fine. He's out.
It's $1,000 fine. $1,000 fine for running on the picture court, and the judge was kind of really friendly.
The judge was a fan.
She's like, she was a fan. She says, did anybody see his YouTube videos? I gotta look it up when I get home.
Say thank you, Judge Moore.
Thank you, Judge. Oh, she's fine.
Thank you, Judge Moore.
Thank you, Judge Moore. You're awesome. Stay sexy. So paying my fine, and that's it. We're done. We're done. Cleveland's done. Now it's time to go. No, I'm not filming you. I'm filming me. Now it's time to get a rental, go pick up Chase from Columbus, and head to Louisville, Kentucky. Oh God, it's gonna be an interesting week. Thank you, Avante.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we did it. I'm a free man, thanks to this guy.
Yeah.
Woo. What's up, guys? Why is everybody sleeping? What up, guys? Look at that. Nice, dude. Dedication. Thanks. How are you?
You smell good?
You smell me from here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smell good,
What's
bro.
up?
Follow me on Instagram. ORIGINAL_ALI13.
I'll make sure I cut that out, but I'm kidding.
I need more from the bro.
I know, I'm kidding. All right. What's up, guys? Well, I'm free thanks to this boy. I'm free. Yo, this is amazing. What do you want me to do? Just sign all of them?
Can you just sign each one?
This is like for your friends?
Yeah, it's for I'll show you. I got pictures of my basement.
Oh, you like collect?
I collect, yeah.
Look at that. This is cool, man. So I just rented a car, and it's time to say goodbye.
the one and only Avanta that's gonna get me out of trouble. Not the first time, and not the last time. But you love this shit. I love this stuff. They're 2 hours. Finally made it. See, my boy Chase is, and some of you that don't know, everybody knows Chase Gilroy, but some of you, if you don't know, if you're new viewers, Chase Gilroy, he filmed most of my videos.
I'm the OG.
We're the OG, Dennis, Roma, and Chase. We always used to go to Columbus, everywhere.
Oh, okay.
They give you the chair too? Look at this photo. Wow. What is that one for? That one's for like this is for notification system. That one's for screen chat. Discord's like basically yeah, that's like the modern day. Oh yeah, yeah. Kind of like WhatsApp. What's better with this one? Discord allows you to people business kind of it's like better is better way to like manage like so not so much stuff like allows you to basically categorize things and have it like okay, this text channels for this text channels for this allows you to make different channels for this channels. Wait, that's so skinny. יונדאי i30 החל מ-49,900 שקלים. אביס, בדיוק מה שחיפשת.
Guys, I know the truth. I know what happened in Brazil. I was there. Vitaly versus Fuzitube, the beef. Like, I was caught up in the middle of this. So, it started off, I was in Brazil. I was flown over there by a brand. I was performing freestyle football skills. That's my job, guys. I'm a freestyle footballer. I've performed all over the world, and I basically show my skills. And I got chosen to go out to Brazil to perform. And I was one day doing skills on the beach, and this is how I met Vitaly and Fuzi. I was just like skilling on the beach, just having fun, relaxing. You know, it's Brazil, Copacabana, in the sunshine, why not? And I see Vitaly and I see Fuzi whilst I'm in the middle of doing skills. And I'm like, whoa, Vitaly, whoa, Fuzi. And they were vlogging me. They were like, oh, this guy with the skills, you know. So I'm going to show you a clip of that now.
Minute of the first day, but guaranteed, we're getting robbed out here. We are getting robbed for sure, dude. Oh my god. I do that in FIFA all day, but to see it happen in real life? Oh shit, who's two? Hey! Go ahead. But I don't want to beat him. You're not gonna beat him, bruh. Shit. Oh my goodness. Hold it like this sideways. Hey! See, bro? Bruh, I'm out. I'm not with this guy. Hey! Chest pass. Oh!
So we kind of got to know each other, and obviously I'd seen their videos before. At the time, they were like the biggest YouTube stars. Seen their videos, I was like proper into like the prank scene. I just thought it was funny, and they said, "Yo, do you want to go get some drinks?" So there was like a little beach bar on the top of Copacabana Beach. So we decided to walk up there, have some.
Because I'm having an amazing day. So if I'm having an amazing day, you all should be having an amazing happy day. And do me gang, I am dying laughing because KSI just released his video and I heard he dissed me out or dissed my out and stuff like that. But I'm ready to watch it. Seriously, I didn't even want to mention KSI's name again, but he did a video literally talking crap about me and my dad for like minutes and minutes and minutes straight. So I'm ready to watch it and I'm ready to cut his ass straight back. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Come on. Before I get the vlog started, Doomy Gang, make sure you guys subscribe and put your notifications on and make sure you guys thumbs up and go Turkey. Doomy Gang, thumbs up. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Shout out to all the real ones, my real ride or dies. Slim is here and Slim already watched the whole video. I only seen tweets. I haven't really watched the video. I need to know if it's gonna get me mad or not because I don't know. I'm not really a sensitive guy. Slim knows I'm not sensitive. Like sometimes my own fans like will roast me. I'll roast some shit back. I'm not sensitive. I'm not a sensitive guy. But I'm seeing tweets saying he mentioned my dad and stuff. Slim, man, am I gonna get mad? Tell me.
Well, you're not gonna get mad, but he did make fun of your intro.
But that's normal. Anyone can make fun of an intro. You make fun of the intro?
Yeah.
Anyone can make fun of I make fun of my own intro.
It was pretty funny the way he did it though. But he also said you're making excuses about your being a fighter.
Excuse what?
Exactly. You're making excuses. Wow.
Wow, I'm making this. I'm ready to fight. I'm here. He's the one that freaking is ducking me, man. What the hell? I won the poll. I'm ready. Excuses. What the hell? Should I watch it?
Yeah, you should watch it, bro. You should watch it.
You think so?
Yeah, he went in, bro. He went, it was like 4 minutes long and 3 minutes of him going in on you.
Oh
your
my
dad. He's like, oh, your dad's scared. You're getting knocked out the whole time.
Oh my God, bro. If he says something bad about Baba Saleh, about my dad, oh my God. I'm gonna end up in England, inside his house.
He also said your mom.
My mom?
He said your mom is worried about you because she knows you're gonna get knocked out.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Let's go watch it. Let's see. Because as you guys know, KSI is the biggest shit talker and probably all of YouTube. So let's see it. Let's watch it. I mean, it's gonna be KO King right now. So yeah, Adam Saleh is gone. KO King is here. I'll see you in the next shot.